This is Tom, our superintendent of Bellevue Community School District in Bellevue, Iowa, coming to you with this week's Believe in the Blue update. Want to just catch you up on some upcoming events and refresh your memories on some recent things that happened. Last evening, we had some JV and varsity high school basketball games. Our girls, ranked number 11 in the state, defeated the number 5 ranked and defending state champions Cascade by a score of 50-42 in a very well played game by both teams. An excellent matchup, and we'll be meeting later on again this year, at least one time that way. So just want to recognize both teams in that regard. The Cascade boys also defending state champs. A very unique situation last year with two state champions from the same school. They defeated our boys last night. Cascade is still a very strong team. We're still growing, but our boys did get their first win of the year last Saturday against Marquette at Marquette. So some good things are happening there. Some great things happening with wrestling as well. Check out the website to find out a schedule, and I'll give you some of that information here real quick. Bowling season got started the other night against Comanche as well. So a lot of things happening that way, and just want to make people aware of that. But some upcoming events, some music events, some winter concerts coming up. Our elementary concert is next Tuesday night, December 11th, and that will begin with preschool at 6:15, and then K through 2 at roughly 6:45 or so, and then the 3 through 5 at roughly 7:15, 7:30 area. So just an awareness for you of what's going on in that regard. Our high school concert, band and choir, will be on the 17th, which is Monday, December 17th, and then our middle school concert, band and choir, will be on December 20th, that way on a Thursday evening. Last day of school before our winter break is December 21st, and we do not return back to school after that until December 3rd, until January 3rd of 2019 that way. So I want to let you know that some other things happening that way. Just got done talking about bowling. There's a bowling meet tomorrow night, home at Horizon Lanes against Comanche, Macokin, and Monticello. If you haven't been down to Horizon Lanes for a bowling alley, for a bowling meet, I encourage you to head down that way. We also have middle school basketball at home, 7th and 8th grade, and that is against North Cedar, and that is in the West Gym here at the middle school, high school. Middle school wrestling is at Durant. And then we have a high school wrestling meet that evening, also at Durant, excuse me. Friday night, we have home basketball games at the high school level versus West Liberty. Encourage you to come out to that. And we also have on Saturday, we have a wrestling tournament, and that's at Nashua Plainfield, traveling up there on this Saturday. Want to give the credit to the people that ride a lot of time in a bus that way, especially on those Saturdays for wrestling. For wrestling meets, it is a time commitment, and our kids do a wonderful job, and want to congratulate Coach Rip for everything he's done with the program and all of his assistants as well. Next Monday, we have a bowling meet at Cascade versus Cascade. We also have a 7th grade girls basketball game against Northeast, and that's at home. 8th grade plays at Northeast. And then, as I mentioned, Tuesday is the elementary music concert. And then other things happening there. Next Thursday, the 13th, we have home basketball versus Easton Valley that evening, along with wrestling at Mid Prairie. Then Friday, we have a bowling meet at DeWitt. And then we have home basketball once again versus West Branch. That's on the 14th. And then the 15th, we have a home robotics meet. If you haven't been out to see the robotics team, we're in about our 4th or 5th year right now with robotics, going very well. Mrs. Van Vleck and Mr. Marshall do a great job with our students, and they've really developed the program into a very strong program in the area, and looking to move on further than just the area competitions that way. And then so that Saturday we also have basketball at Mid Prairie. Just give you a couple updates that way on weather. We have not had to have any late starts or cancellations or early dismissals or anything like that. I hope to keep it that way to let you know how that information is communicated. Most of you may know this, but we will send out, if you're a parent, we send out a JMC, our student management system. You'll get an email and a text on that. I'll put it on Facebook and Twitter. Probably the first 2 things I put it on are there, so you can catch that. And we also call local radio stations, local TV stations. Actually, we don't call any. Most of us don't call anymore. We actually enter all that information in online. Try to always make the call by 5:30 if at all possible. Every once in a while that stretches into the 6 o'clock area, just so you know. But wanted to let you know how that works that way, and hopefully we don't have to utilize that. Looks like this week should be okay, and looks like next week at this point looks like it's going to be okay. But time will tell, obviously. I want to give you a quick, this is an older book that way. We did a book study on this several years ago, or a few years ago as a staff, and it talks about growth mindset, basically working to fulfill potential, working to, achieve more than what we have done, and working to constantly be improving, having that growth mindset. I'm just going to read you a little part of this that way. We asked people ranging from grade schoolers to young adults, when do you feel smart? The difference we're striking. People with the fixed mindset, where I'm just satisfied, would say, it's when I don't make any mistakes, when I finish something fast and it's perfect, when something is easy for me but other people can't do it. It's about being perfect right now. But people with the growth mindset said, when it's really hard and I try really hard and I can do something I couldn't do before, or when I work on something a long time and I start to figure it out. For them, it's not about immediate perfection. It's about learning something over time, confronting a challenge and making progress. I just got done talking about extracurricular activities, and those are the perfect example of the need for a growth mindset. There's never a finished project. I had a basketball coach when I was younger, and he would always say, yeah, we played a good game, but we also had this went wrong, this went wrong, this went wrong. And we had too many turnovers. Our field goal percentage wasn't well. We didn't shoot free throws well enough. Okay, we could win by 20 points against a very good team, and we still had growth to make. The concert can sound great, but there's still growth to make. The basketball team won last night. There's still growth to make. No matter how, there's always that continuous improvement happening. Let's think of English. Let's think of math. Let's think of reading. Let's think of science. Let's think of art. Those are all things, there's a constant improvement happening, and we try to foster that growth mindset for students so they can develop that. So once again, it's a growth mindset book. It's called Mindset, How Can We Learn to Fulfill Our Potential? It's by Carol Dweck. It's an older book that way, but it still has a lot of positive things in it to look at, and a very popular book right now too, with different things. We've had Trevor Reagan come and speak with our staff in the past, and we're going to work to have him speak to our students in the future. He talks about growth mindset and all those things. But you check out Carol Dweck online, check out Trevor Reagan online. Those would be two people you could check out to hear more about the growth mindset that deals with everyone's lives, including my own, of constantly looking to improve. On that note, have a great day. I will talk to you all soon. Hope to see you at some events.